Hey everybody, welcome to Philly Legends Podcast. I'm Joe Callari. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And that's on YouTube. Make sure you do that on YouTube. I appreciate it. I can vouch for this guy. He's been a legend from 9-10 years old. And I know it because I was around it. But I met you, I think it was like in 1973.
Yeah.
That was probably when we went to junior high school together.
Yeah. Merchantville came over to
Right, that's right.
Junior high. Yep.
So my guest today is Will George. And I mean, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. And let me just give you a little rundown on Will here. Graduated from Pennsauken in 1977. Three-time All-South Jersey pitcher, drafted in the 6th round by the Baltimore Orioles. Now, this is not strange to you because your brother was also a professional pitcher.
Yes.
And who was he drafted by?
He was drafted by the Royals in 74 and then did not sign, went on to college and finish up college. And he ended up signing with the Orioles, and he was my first roommate. So
Wow.
Him and I played in rookie league together.
That's
and
awesome.
What an easy way to break in for an 18-year-old kid, first time away from home, to have your big brother there.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And for two family members
Right.
to be professional athletes, I mean, how rare is that?
Very rare.
For us in Pennsauken, though, you had the Hicks and then you had the Taylors. I mean, so Pennsauken, we're a little town in the world.
Oh,
but big time in sports.
So proud of where we grew up at. You and I talked a little bit about it the other day.
Yeah.
What a historic town from a football standpoint.
Absolutely.
At one point, I think we had 7 guys in the NFL.
Yeah.
Which I think we had more guys from our town than like 3 or 4 other states had combined, which was pretty incredible.
That is.
What a testament to Coach McEnany and
yes.
that staff there. And I told you, to this day, drafted by the Orioles, I was around Earl Weaver, Cal Ripken Sr., great baseball people. But the most impactful coaches in my life were probably Vince McEnany and the coaches at Pennsauken High School football. Because
I mean, that's incredible.
To be accountable.
Wow.
Yeah. I heard this saying the other day, always go the extra mile. That road's never very crowded.
And that is the truth. I love that saying.
So, and those guys pushed us, they pushed us to work hard. They held you accountable for doing your job the right way. They wanted you to treat people the right way.
It was more than sports.
Oh, they drugged me out of class a couple times when I was screwing up. Spear and McEnany had me up against the locker when I was down in the cooking class. I was making cinnamon buns, and they interrupted me right in the middle to yell at me and go, "What the hell are you doing? You're flunking biology."
Yeah. Spear, came from Merchantville.
Yeah, exactly.
He was at Merchantville. So I remember him from Merchantville and then going into Pennsauken. So it was kind of like a double whammy.
Yeah, because he was tough. He
was.
He had a little rough edge, but
great story with Spirit. Like after we graduated, went on a ski trip, and it was the teachers from Pennsauken, and I got to sit next to Spira for the whole trip. And he opened up like this attaché case with like 3 bottles of vodka in it. He's like, "Hey Joe, you want a shot?" And I'm just thinking to myself, this doesn't seem right.
Right.
Because you have all this respect, and you just, "Hey, Mr. Spear." Well, don't you have to call me Mr. Spear anymore? No, I want to. It's just because that's what they instilled in you.
Yeah.
And
great
teachers.
They were great. The whole school system, the whole town.
Yeah.
Merchantville and Pennsauken. Like I told you, when I watch the movie Remember the Titans, it reminds me of us growing up in our town, because we didn't see black and white. We saw We saw our friends, my
Exactly.
teammates, my buddy in class. This guy's cool. This
It
guy's a
never
little
it
bit
was
of a
never an
dickhead.
issue.
Right.
I
No,
mean, they
no.
make it an issue now, but
Yeah.
for us, it was just we were so integrated
Yeah.
that it just never dawned on you. I
No,
mean,
no,
not for me anyway.
no,
And
no doubt.
and I like to think that most of us we went across the board, and especially for someone like you, who's a great football player as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, it was, those were my teammates,
yeah,
and same thing. And when I got into baseball, I had rich white kids. I had poor white kids. I had black kids. I had Dominican, Puerto Rican, kids from Panama.
all
They
right,
were my teammates. They're my buddies. They're still my lifelong friends.
absolutely,
That people don't realize. I think that what gives you a rich life is being grateful for all those around you that are your friends that you have
absolutely,
relationships with. You
yeah.
know, and that's
I,
lost.
I look at your career, and so of course you went through the professional ranks as a baseball player, and then you made it your life with
Yeah,
coaching and scouting,
yeah.
and you're currently with the Rockies.
Yeah, I'm with the
Now,
Colorado
how
Rockies.
long you been with them?
Gosh, this is my 25th year.
Well,
So I've had some ups and downs. We got to the World Series in '07.
sure,
We've had 3 or 4 playoff runs. We're struggling right now, but we have good people in place, and it is cyclical. We're not a big market, so we
right,
don't have the money New York and Philly and LA have, and
sure,
Chicago. So when you make a mistake, and we've made some mistakes, you're going to pay for it.
yeah,
And but I think we're on the right track, and I think we'll I'd like to keep working. My health's still decent. We're having a tough year. We let our manager go about a month ago, and we brought in a younger manager, so bringing in some younger players who are playing with some energy. And in June, we've won as many games, 9, as we won in April, May, and March. So, you know, it's going to be a long year. We ain't going to be in the playoffs, but I'm 66.
yeah.
I'd like to keep going a little bit longer and maybe see us rebuild and get back to the playoffs because it is exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
I had opportunity in the minor leagues to win some championships. Football wise in Pennsauken, we won some championships and we were really good.
Yeah,
We're all competitive in life. You're competitive at what you do, and that's why
absolutely.
you were so good. And I was with the Marlins when we won a World Series in '97, and I got a World Series ring. Uh, Ain't
That's
no better
awesome.
feeling in the world to walk
Wow.
off and uh, play a
You
little
know
bit
what
of
the best
Queen.
thing is, Will? You and I try to do like an association thing with everything.
Yeah,
So if you look at what you've done, you've taken a childhood obsession, probably
yeah,
baseball, and
yeah.
you loved it, right?
Loved it.
I mean,
Absolutely loved it.
and you made it a career.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
get paid now to basically do what you loved as a child.
yeah. I since 1977, I've either been at a ballpark playing, coaching, or watching baseball all summer long. So yeah, I missed out on the Jersey Shore. Um, like
Ooh,
but I also got to play in Miami and lay on Miami Beach and get paid.
exactly,
um,
exactly.
Travel to Daytona and be on Daytona Beach and getting paid and playing baseball that night. So I still live my life, and I'm grateful to God every day that I wake up and I go, wow,
It's pretty awesome
yeah,
when you can pull that off.
yeah,
And the reason why I talked about the association. So 8 years old, I go and I buy my first record,
right,
and it was a lifelong obsession with me.
Right.
And now, basically, you're scouting baseball players and going to an organization saying, hey, listen, from my years of experience, this is a guy that you should be
Yeah.
looking at. So I play a record or I listen to a song, and then I suggest to people in the music industry, this is a song you should actually push.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It is. You probably use the same terminology. Every report I write on a kid that I'm watching in AAA, I try to give a comp to a guy that was a former major leaguer that I go, wow, this guy reminds me
Exactly.
of Ian Desmond. I was just telling somebody the other day, Ian Desmond played 10 years in the big leagues, athletic player, played hard. He could hit, he could run, he could do a lot of things. This kid reminds me of him. He actually looks a little bit like him.
Wow.
Same thing. You probably hear a voice, or you hear, the way somebody belts something out, or
Exactly.
or somebody plays something. You go, damn, he reminds me of whoever, right?
It's all association.
Yeah, yeah,
And when you can parlay that using a sports term,
yeah.
when you can parlay that into a paying career and
Right.
substantiate a life, because you have children,
Yeah, yeah.
they play sports.
I have a son from my first marriage. My wife passed away in
Right.
2007, and he played college baseball, and he works for a baseball technology company. And then I have two stepsons who one's a Navy nuclear engineer. Like I
Wow.
told you, none of my blood running through. That's a little too smart for me. And the other one is just enlisted in the. He's going to go in the Air Force, and he's going to
Wow.
go into their drone technology stuff. So,
Right.
but I always used to tell them growing up, do something you love because it's not work.
Exactly.
You and I talked a little bit about that the other day.
Yeah.
When I saw you working, you were having a blast. you know,
Yeah.
when we were growing up, and I'd see you at a club, and they were advertising that you were going to be there, and you're playing records, and you and I would sit and talk or
Yeah.
whatever, and I go, he's doing good.
Yeah.
You know?
It's amazing how, when you're able to pull that off, because I don't know how many people can pull that off.
Right.
But when you are, it's almost like learning muscle memory.
Yeah.
You don't think about what you're doing anymore. You
No.
just do it, and it's effortless.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about it. The same thing with baseball or music or whatever you're doing, an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
If that's what you truly love to do, then you excel at it.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
And
Like I think too many kids chase the wrong thing.
yeah,
I'm glad that they're talking about putting money out for kids to go learn to be a mechanic, kids who
sure,
work with their hands. We need more people to come out and fix an air conditioner on a hot
absolutely.
day. God forbid, you and I are both in the area where we're going through a heat wave right now. Holy shit.
Right.
An air conditioner breaks, we're going to be and then you call, well, we can come out next Thursday.
Right.
Oh my God. So we need more people to do that kind
Absolutely.
of stuff. And then
I try to say that to my grandson.
Yeah, be passionate about it.
Yeah. If you're passionate, whatever you're going to do, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to choose to do, make sure that it's something you're passionate about. That's all.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to come from a college. Think about our area. Okay, we had the PJ Whalehan's people, what they've built.
Right.
Those guys.
Bobby Platzer.
Yeah, we got Billy Gray with his automotive stuff.
Yeah.
He made a great living, and he fixed cars.
Yeah.
Anybody in our area, your car broke down, you knew he was honest, and he knew what he was doing. He was going to fix it.
He used to sponsor a softball team I played on.
Exactly.
Gray's Auto.
Yeah. The people that own the Cove Bar for years. Whoever's
Yeah.
owned it has always done well. They've loved it because it's a great place. It
Yep.
was
Yeah.
a great place for
Bryson's.
Bryson's,
Yep.
Dillon's, who's ever owned that.
Villains.
It's always been a great place where everybody from our area could go in there and enjoy themselves.
Pepe's. How about Pepe's?
Yeah, Pepe's was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we all hung there. That's where I got my start
Yeah, that's
as a
right.
DJ.
Yeah,
And then I made a
exactly
lifelong career out of it.
Yeah.
So it's everybody starts small. Remember, what was the first team? I guess it was probably Little League, but like in the the Pee Wee League.
Yeah, B minors. I was on the Cardinals.
Okay.
Steve Pease, who we graduated with, his
Yeah.
dad was the coach, and was a really nice guy. It was back when Little League baseball was sane, because
Right.
now Little League sports is insane.
Yeah.
All the stuff that it's
It
sad
is.
what's happening for kids. They don't get to grow up and be kids anymore.
No.
There, travel ball tournaments, and if you're not going away every weekend, you're not going to get it. Where the hell did I go? We
Right.
didn't have no money to go nowhere growing
No.
up. My
Yep.
mom and dad would take me up to the Little League field. My dad would take me out in the yard and play catch. He'd take me and my brother up to Pennsauken High School when he'd throw us batting practice, and we'd let us pitch to each other.
Yeah.
That's it, But it was our passion. We were out on the field every day. I lived over by Baldwin School. I'm sure you lived by the Merchantville schools. You were
Yep.
out playing somewhere on the field.
Yeah. It was always Steve Bianco,
Yeah,
Jimmy Hogan,
yeah,
myself, Jeff Stevenson. We played baseball every day. Pat Brennan. We
Yeah.
played baseball every day.
yeah.
So all summer long.
Yeah, you
And-
play pickup games, 4
Yeah.
on 4, whatever. Right field's
Yeah.
right field's dead.
We would play people from Cherry Hill. They would come over with their squad.
That's
and
right.
we would
Yeah,
play
'cause
on.
you lived in that little triangle where there were kids from
That's
Pennsauken,
right.
Merchantville, and Cherry Hill.
Exactly.
See,
So
I
it was
lived right on the Camden border. So,
Yeah.
I would play with kids from Wilson, from Kramer Hill and East Camden.
the
those
first
years.
I played in the 12th Ward League as in Little League
Yeah.
with Richie Roccabaldo.
Yeah, Richie. Yeah,
And then you had Mike. They were great athletes too. The
tremendous.
Roccabaldo family.
They're legends of East
Yep.
Camden.
Absolutely. And that's where I was born and raised, was in
Yeah.
East Camden.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Merchantville. I guess it was about 69,
Okay.
69 or 70.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
between Merchantville and Pennsauken, that was
Yeah.
until I was off running.
Yeah. Well, most of people in Pennsauken either came over from Philly or Camden.
Yeah.
And there was strong Italian neighborhoods in
Absolutely.
East Camden.
Yeah.
Jeff Cohen was from East Camden.
Oh,
Henry
yeah.
Shane. So many of our friends were all from that area.
Yeah.
So,
It was a great time.
oh, it was. It was.
And it was completely integrated then.
Yeah, exactly. I used to walk up to Dudley Grange Park,
Used to play there all the time.
to go play pickup basketball.
Yeah.
If I was lucky to get on the court, because there might be
Oh, yeah.
6 guys playing in the freaking game that are going to go on and play in Division I college basketball.
Exactly. I mean, there were so many great athletes from our area. Roziers,
Tremendous.
Roccabaldos.
The Camden basketball program.
Oh, forget
Wilson.
about it.
I know it was.
Yeah.
I like. There's times we talked a little earlier. Like your grandkids, like you almost feel sorry that they don't get to live the way we did.
Yeah.
Because we actually lived every day. We were outside doing stuff. And I feel sorry. And as a parent, you got to be careful because there's idiots out there that are do stuff to kids or whatever. So
Yeah, you really have to have eyes in the back of your head.
I know
Today's world.
Yeah. But
It's just insane.
no, but it certainly. I think we got prepped for life really well where we grew up at, and naturally, first first line was at your home, your mom and your dad. I'm
Yep.
grateful for them my whole life. My older brother, who's still my best friend in life, and then so many other friends from Pennsauken and teachers and people that
Yeah.
impacted our lives in a positive way, like that you could never thank them enough. I think
Yeah, you're right.
I'm really grateful for that, and like every time, and we're getting older, Joe, so we're losing a lot of them too.
Absolutely.
But every time one of them that has impacted my life, I always thank them. You
Yeah.
know, just out of gratitude.
Yeah, we were very, very fortunate
Yeah, exactly.
for the school systems, for our teachers, the people we got to meet, and our friends.
Right.
It was just an incredible, and those times I don't think can ever happen again.
No, I don't think they will either.
Yep,
Well,
it's just
I think people are too isolated into themselves to look out and just live around them as well.
well,
Because you have to be isolated in yourself more now. I think
yeah.
too.
You're barraged with every thought.
Yeah.
You can't come up with an original thought anymore.
Right.
So these kids, between the phone
Oh,
and the TV or the computer, I should say, not TV, the
yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
They're overloaded with information that 90% of it isn't real.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
That's I've seen people post that. That the Facebook, Twitter, TikTok world. Everybody's always eating the best meal in the world, having the best drink in the world,
yep,
laughing and having a good time. No,
that's not how it is.
that's like 30 seconds of their day.
Right.
The rest of their day sucks
Yep.
because they're really not living, in my opinion. But
Everybody's looking for the money shot.
yeah, exactly. Now, I got a question. So you got into music, right?
Hmm.
Did you play an instrument or did you just love music?
I've dabbled with drums, guitar, but I'm not fluent in any of it.
Uh huh.
It was more of, and it's really crazy how things happen. It was more of listening
Yeah.
and knowledge of production, writing.
Right.
So all that came into play. I didn't even know what I was doing until later in life when those tools came in handy
Right.
for what I was about to do in the future.
Yeah.
So breaking songs down in my head um, as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know I was doing it, but
Right.
I could isolate instruments and songs for whatever reason. I have a
That's
very
really
good
neat.
ear for that.
Yeah, that's really neat.
And then when you can go into a studio and listen to or lay tracks with musicians, it's so funny because I never had any training in music, but I can hear everything that I want in a song in my head,
Right.
and then I have to translate that to a musician. And these guys are so good
Right.
that you can hum something and they can play it,
Yeah,
and then you go, yeah, you almost got it. All
that's
right,
it.
here's what you try this, and then you wind up laying down tracks to
Yeah.
where it it becomes a song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just amazing, just
Like
amazing.
I guess I love the finished product. Like
Yeah.
music for me, um, my brother is 5 years older. He wrote in one of his few A's he got in college. He wrote a paper on music is like the ultimate traveling tool. It
Oh,
can take you anywhere.
yes, it is. I I,
And
I
and
think I
the,
wrote something like that at one point with a time machine.
yeah, and it's like now I love listening to the music of my youth. I love listening, you know, I'm so eclectic. Like when there were Sam Goodies, I would go in and buy stuff and I like had a Vanessa May who was like a cellist or something, you know,
Right.
and I had an R&B album. I had a classic rock, and they were going,
Yeah.
"These all for you?" And yeah,
Yeah.
like you know, like and like I'm superstitious, so like I listen to songs, and I would go on my way to a sporting event. Well, "Fire and Rain" by James Taylor,
Oh yeah.
I heard on my way to the punt, pass, and kick at Rice and Holman
Wow.
when I was 11 years old, and I won. So then I went to the next competition, and I won again. So I go, oh damn, this is good luck. So
Yeah.
my mom and dad bought me a little tape recorder. I taped it. I won again. I ended up going to the national championships, and I finished
Wow.
third in the nation that year. And
Wow.
then you'll think this is crazy. The year in Pennsauken, we were really good. My junior year, with all those guys on that team, Brian Matera, and
Yeah.
great team.
53.
Yeah. So I listened. I loved Nat King Cole's Christmas album. His voice was dynamic.
Incredible.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Chestnuts Roasting on Open
Yeah.
Fire. I listened to that on my way to our first game against Camden. We won. So that whole year, Joe, I would listen to Nat King Cole's Christmas
That's
album before our
insane.
game. And to this day, every time I hear "I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas," it brings back these memories of me listening to that down in our basement before our games.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Now, did Steve Bianco catch for you?
Yeah, Steve was the catcher my junior year. He was a year ahead of us, and he was
Right.
a great prospect, and
Yeah.
we lost him way too soon.
You know, he was my best friend.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And
yeah. He was the best.
Yeah.
He may have been one of the funniest human
Oh
beings
my God.
I think I ever met.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And we loved the same music, and we would drive around in that green Charger.
Right.
And we would listen. We were very eclectic too, because back then we were listening to like Brainstorm and the Rod Temperton, Boogie Nights.
Oh my gosh.
We had the 8-tracks. We had the 8-tracks for it.
Oh yeah.
And he loved all the R&B stuff,
Yeah,
Earth, Wind,
yeah.
and Fire, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I was in Florida actually, coming out of. I was still stationed down there,
Uh-huh.
and I had gone over to the hotel. That was the weekend that he passed,
Wow.
and we went swimming. And we were. He asked me to go to the airport with him to pick up his sister and his mother for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And you know, I went to the condo and banged on the door, and he didn't answer.
Wow.
And then later that night is when I got the call.
Wow.
That was insane.
That was so shockingly sad because,
Yeah.
you know, he had gone down there and he was doing well. And, you know, his dad and my dad, you know, always communicated because they got to know each other at our games and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was so sad. And that was right when I had started in the minor leagues too. And
Yeah.
I was over in St. Pete for instructional league, and we were trying to hook up when he was at Tampa when I was
Yeah.
down there at that
Yep.
time. That was before cell phones, and I didn't have a phone or anything. I just
Right.
had a room I was renting down there. So,
Yeah.
but no, he was great. I think talking about that, he turned me on to the Ohio Players.
Oh yeah.
Roller Coaster. you know, he used to sing that, you know,
He
in the
loved
locker
music.
room. Say
Loved
what?
it. Yep.
You know, that and the little P-Funk Parliament.
Oh, he loved Parliament, man. Loved it. We listened to all that funk and
Yeah.
and R&B,
Yeah.
and oh God, he was just a trip to hang with.
Yeah.
But the purest of pure, I
Yeah.
used to say to Steve, no drinking, no smoking.
No,
He was just a straight ahead,
he
You
just
know,
enjoyed life,
he
every
did.
day. He enjoyed it and he lived it. He made you laugh. He made you smile when he walked in a room.
He did. And a
Um,
great athlete.
oh, he was a fabulous athlete. My
Yeah.
my brother and Mebs took me and him and Bernie Rizzo and
My man Bernie.
some other guys to a buffet down at this place in Lawnside, I think it was, and we ate so much food between all of us. We were kids in high school. It was during football season. We hadn't
Big
eaten
mistake.
since we had a bologna sandwich at lunch or whatever, and we have had football practice, and we all went down there, and my brother and Mebsy paid for it, and I think they went out of business about 2 months later, Joe. I swear, we ate so much food; it was unbelievable.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was some fun. That was some fun times, though, for sure.
Wow.
Because Steve didn't play football till his senior year.
Okay.
Remember, he was a baseball guy,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
he was such a good athlete. McEnany talked him into coming out,
Yep.
and he played some wide receiver and defensive back on that team that was really good our junior year.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, that was good stuff. That was
Man.
really good stuff.
But we started hanging out, I guess. Man, probably 10 or 11 years old.
Right, right.
He played for the Cardinals. I
Yeah.
played for the Braves
Okay.
with Jimmy Hogan. Jimmy Hogan
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Jeff Stevenson was on that team.
Now Hogan's they own Community Sports, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. We had the best sneakers in town.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. They were.
Jimmy was the best. You would go over to the sports shop, and you remember Rudy's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so he would say, "Listen, man, run down to Rudy's and get me a hamburger and a hot dog," and he would give you the money for it.
Yeah.
And when you come back, I'll let you pick something out in the sports store.
Right.
So you would come back and pick like a glove. You're like,
I know.
yeah.
That's
It was great. It was Jimmy. Jimmy was really one of my really best friends too. Growing up,
Yeah.
we played baseball together forever, and then softball.
Yeah.
But what a number! I went to his wedding up in New York. Married a
Okay.
girl from New York, and he died way too young too.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he died in his 30s.
Jeez. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Had diabetes and
Uh,
went into a coma and passed.
man, oh man, that's so sad.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
It was
so,
really a shame. But and he was a funny guy too, man.
yeah. Yeah.
And he was good friends with Steve too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That was a great sports shop. From my end of town, I used to go to a sporting goods store, Wayne Sporting Goods in Camden, up
Yeah.
on Federal Street.
I know exactly where it is.
It was right across from Lynn's Bakery, so you could get some donuts after you got done.
Yeah. I grew up right near there.
Yeah. Okay.
Right by the McGuire Project I grew up.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was right. I lived off 37th
Okay.
Street, and 36 was the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
One side was Pennsauken, the other side was Camden, right there
Right.
at Campbell's Soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
But yeah, that was great though, growing up in that area.
Yeah, it was great. I loved the childhood that I had. It was
Yeah.
great. And even when we left Camden and went to Merchantville, my best friend who lived across the street from me was Pat Brennan.
Yeah.
And then he eventually moved next door when we moved to Merchantville.
Wow.
His family moved next door to us when we moved from Camden to Merchantville.
Wow.
They moved from Camden and moved right next to us. So
That's great.
it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, getting to meet Ron
yeah,
and
Ronnie and
Yep.
wasn't Sean Doran was from Merchant?
Oh, yeah.
Too? Yeah.
he was
Sean-
down at the edge, like near
Yeah.
Bethel.
Okay.
But
Down on
yeah,
that
Sean
area.
was I actually moved into my first apartment. He was in the apartment before I moved in.
Oh wow.
So we talked, and he said to me, "Listen, I'm getting ready to move out." He knew I was looking for an apartment, and he hooked it up, and I moved in.
Wow.
It was my first apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a small world.
Yeah, I know. Merchantville, I bought my first house in Merchantville.
Really?
Yeah, over on Rogers Avenue.
Okay.
Right on Cove Road.
Yeah, I know
One of them
exactly where
old
it is.
Victorians, and my first wife and I, we gutted it out and redid it, and Merchantville's taxes went through the roof, and I moved to Delaware.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the place to go with
yeah,
no tax.
We don't have any sales tax,
Right.
and our property taxes are low, but they're getting ready to go up.
Oh.
Uh,
Now you're gonna have to move to the Carolinas.
keep going south.
Yeah.
After this winter and all the snow I ended up shoveling, I think that might be my next move, Joe. I do like when my son was stationed in Charleston in the Navy down there.
Beautiful.
That was a great area.
Yeah, beautiful there.
And really, really friendly, nice people. And
Yeah.
cost of living's a little bit lower, and really you only get 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of chill in the winter, but basically you don't have to shovel snow.
No,
I'm
it's
getting too old for that.
It's a beautiful area. Absolutely beautiful area.
Yeah, I do like it there.
So did we hit all the subjects?
Yeah, I think we did. This is always great to catch up.
Absolutely.
I love reminiscing and reminiscing with people that I grew up with, that I liked, and we lived our lives, and we're still friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yep.
But no, I appreciate you having me on.
Listen, it's great having a legend that you grew up with.
Well, our town had a lot of them. And
We did. We were
one
very
of them.
fortunate. Well, I appreciate it.
My brother graduated with was it Dennis de Blasio, that ended up on Broadway in Fiddler on the Roof. I mean, we had not just sports. We had musicians. We had people like yourself. We had people that end up being doctors that were people. Politicians. Steve Sweeney.
Yeah.
was the president of the Senate.
Yeah. Don Norcross.
I didn't have that one on my bingo card when we were in high school.
No. Who would have thunk that?
Bernie and I talk about that all the time. And I love Steve, and we still talk occasionally. There were times where I'd call a play in the huddle, and he was an offensive tackle, and I'd call a play, and I'd go on two, break. And 3 out of every 4 plays, he'd turn and go, well, that's because they taught him not to go off sides. He'd go, was it on 2, Will? And I joke with him about that now. I go, okay, now you're the freaking president of the Senate. And then he ended up being the governor for a while when McGreevey had to resign.
Yep.
And I go, that was you that used to ask me what after every play, is it on 2? Is it on 3? Is it on 1? He goes, I just didn't want to get yelled at for going offside.
Man, it is crazy, the people that we grew up with, the Hicks, the Taylors, the Super Bowls, the World Series,
the 2 Griggs brothers,
right? That's right. I forgot about the Griggs.
We lost one of them, and then Todd.
Right, Dave.
Todd McNair, who went on to coach in the NFL. He was on the staff in Tampa Bay when Brady won that last Super Bowl. Yeah. And he coached out at Southern California when they won a national championship.
Yep.
So, our parents and our support world that we lived in was really good in Pennsauken.
Absolutely.
In Merchantville. So we all did good.
Yeah. We did. We turned out a lot of great product.
Yeah. Now, during the COVID, you were showing off your cooking skills pretty good.
Yeah, I love cooking.
So do I.
Yeah,
My wife said, if you're not watching baseball, you're watching the Cooking Network. I said, yeah, and I'm
I
learning,
watch it a lot too.
and I'm learning, and I cook
Yeah.
some damn good shit for you.
Yeah, my girlfriend says, Joe, you're a pretty good cook,
Yeah,
and I love doing it.
yeah, I do
Um,
too. I think I get more joy in that than anything I do.
yeah, same here.
Go into the store and getting some good fresh produce and a nice piece of meat for that night,
Yep.
cooking it the right way and it coming out good and going, I did that.
Yeah, it's
You know?
creating. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how I always said. Like, I'm one of those people that I like to create,
right.
whether it be editing, voiceovers, um, podcast.
Yeah,
I just love, and I think I've built up such a knowledge over the years of songs, and
right.
and that's one of my what I love to do now. I love to put or try to educate people on music that you probably never heard that
Right.
should have been heard.
Yeah.
So I call it the Rare Jam series.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
that's nice. That's
yeah,
nice.
and I post those songs. It's part of the podcast page,
Nice.
and getting a great reaction from it.
Awesome.
So, but the cooking part of it is just another way of creating.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, there's no doubt. I watch some of those chefs and so, I go, wow, that's creative stuff that they do.
Yeah.
Especially in those competitions
Oh yeah.
where they throw up all those walls and the next thing you know, I go, damn, how did they do that?
Yeah.
And you go, man, that looks really good.
It is an art.
I never would have thought, like I'm combining salty, sweet,
Yeah.
acids, all different kinds of stuff, and you go, damn, that does taste good.
Yeah.
Stuff that we grew up going, I wouldn't eat that. Now you
Exactly.
try it, and you go,
Yeah.
wow,
Absolutely. I try everything.
yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
that's good stuff, man.
Well, listen, I appreciate your time.
Oh yeah,
Um,
this was awesome.
it's been so much fun, and I'm proud, and I'm a fan. Always been a fan.
Thank you. Well,
Love watching you play.
the feeling's mutual.
Absolutely.
You DJ'd my wedding.
Yeah.
You and I ran into each other a lot. I listened to you on the radio.
Yeah.
If you had a call-in show, I would have called in and busted your balls too. But you never had a call-in show, so
Nope. No. It's kind of like a call-in show now.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I was thinking we could have brought Bernie Rizzo on here because he was my center and my catcher.
Yeah. Yep. I
I
love Bernie.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Bernie. When I moved in this apartment, I had to put in a marble inlay for a bathroom threshold.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Bern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to come over with that saw?
Yeah,
He
That's
came
right.
over and did it.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. He was in the trades for years.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
him
Good
and
man, Bernie.
yeah, very very good man. Him and Eddie Loomis too.
Yeah.
And Eddie's one of my dear friends. He grew up
Yeah.
in the neighborhood, and him and I still stay in touch. Eddie Shane, I still stay in touch with. Al Nemore,
All good people, man.
all good people. Jeff Cohen, who's a legend.
Love Jeff.
Oh gosh, when he used to be the postmaster up in Maple Shade.
Really? I didn't know that.
He used to run that post office, and Dave Mebbs used to go in there and go, "Where's Cohen?" Because like we all played on in the Pennsauken basketball league and the Pennsauken touch football league together. So like Mebbsy would go up there and go, "Give me some stamps, Cohen." And he was going, I'm the boss here, and he comes in and yells at me. What should I do? Well, I said, just tell him to shut up. So
I used to tell Jeff all the time, "You're the baddest white boy I know on the court."
he loved Nate Archibald.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Nate Archibald was left-handed. Jeff was left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how many times he hit me in the head playing pickup with a no look pass where I'm going, he's going to shoot because he liked to shoot
Yeah.
too. You know, once he got the ball, he was like an abyss sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be looking the other way looking for a rebound. He'd fire one off the back of your head and go. I didn't think he
And
was going to pass that one.
and Jeff loves obscure music.
Yeah, I know. I know he does.
Loves because we talk about it all the time. Or
Yeah.
I'll post something and he'll chime in. He loves obscure music like I do.
Yeah.
So we have that in common, big time.
No, like he, yeah, like I'll see him because we have a lot of mutual friends and something from the Isley brothers that
Yeah,
nobody else knew,
exactly.
but he knew, you know, and no, that wasn't the best song. This was the best song. And then I
Yep.
got to go on iTunes and look, and I go, wow, I missed it.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable.
Very, very nice.
Very, very knowledgeable with obscure music,
Yeah,
which I like. I mean, I really admire that about him.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, I love Bernie's good with rock and roll. 'Cause
Oh,
Bernie
absolutely.
Williams, he's a dead rocker.
Big Queen fan.
He's turned me on to some groups that are kind of obscure that are pretty good too.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, the other thing, you know, I am a strong person of faith. I've
Sure.
gotten into a lot of new Christian music. Have you heard like Brandon Lake and
I
some of
haven't.
these newer guys?
But I love what they're
some of them
doing
out.
with it.
Yeah,
I'll check him out.
CC Winans, Brandon
Oh,
Lake,
yeah, I know
a guy
CC.
named Phil Wickham.
Okay.
Lake and Wickham did a tour last year. Joe, I had not seen energy like that in a building, and it was for good because they're talking about the Word of God
Right.
and about believing and
Sure.
you know your faith and that Jesus died for you and be grateful and all these good positive things.
Right.
And I'm going, damn, these are really really good. I could sit and listen to Christian music because it has gotten good, and like CC Winans' voice
Yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
So like and Jelly Roll just crossed over and did a
Yeah.
song. Did a song with Brandon Lake that's on the charts, and it's called "The Hard Fought Hallelujah."
Wow.
You know, he went to jail. He went to he was a drug addict.
Sure.
He lost like 100 pounds, and he talks about the fight. It's a fight every day,
Yeah.
but I'm winning the fight because God's leading me down the right path. So,
Absolutely.
So there's some really good
That's a great
music
message.
out there. Yeah, so there's a lot of great music out there, even on the Christian side that we all can get into and go, damn, that's a good song. So,
That's awesome stuff, man.
yeah, cool. Well, I really appreciate having me on today, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been
Always
great.
good to catch up with you. I know the COVID year we had that thing planned, and I ended up not being able to get
Yep.
up for it, but this was the next best thing.
Absolutely. I really appreciate the time, Will.
Yeah, this is awesome. And
Now go
we
make
got
those.
our 50 year coming up, don't we?
I know. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that
Yep.
I'm going to have to make sure I get to.
Yeah, 50
God
years.
willing,
It's-
right?
That's insane.
I know. That's people post that stuff all the time. It's like, you mentioned
Man.
72, the music.
Yeah,
It was 53 years ago. No.
I know. Yes.
Oh, unbelievable. So,
My girlfriend was born in 72.
my wife was born in 68.
Wow.
So she's 11 younger than me or 10.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and I way outkicked my coverage. So
I think I'm there with you.
good, man. Well, God bless you, man. Thanks for having me.
God
on,
bless,
Joe.
brother. I appreciate it, man.
And I can check this out on YouTube later on, right?
What I'll do is after I get done the editing,
Yeah.
and I'll send you a link,
Okay. Cool.
and then you can actually see it. Before
Yeah.
I do like a premiere, like on YouTube.
Okay.
But I'll send you a link before the premiere.
Awesome.
All right, and then we can
Yeah.
then I'll post it on my Facebook, and you can as well.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
All right, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it, brother.
We'll make all the Pennsauken people jealous that they didn't get to
Absolutely.
hang out with us for an hour.
There you go.
Sounds good, man. Talk to you. God bless.
Love it, brother. God
Okay.
bless.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.